Things I need on my channel. Sex appeal. Check. Comedy. We'll work on that. Bald people. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Ryan Reacts. Today is another suggestion video, and that suggestion is from Pokey the Rascal, who writes, Matthew Santoro made a new top 10 freakiest creepypastas. You should definitely react to it. It's scarier than the first two. Devil face. Dear Hobo Ryan, I found it very offensive that you said the red guy was the devil. Sincerely, a red guy. P.S. Keep up the funny memes. So it's been a while, folks, since I reacted to the first two creepypasta videos that Matthew Santoro did, and I really enjoyed them. But both those videos had a common theme in comments. Hey, this guy talks too much. What's he doing? That's a reaction video. He's gotta be just like my hero Jinx, where he sits there and I think goes comatose for a while, and then once the video's over, bop, he's back in the commission. That's what I want out of my reaction YouTubers. Oh, and the other one, I was shirtless in it. So that didn't help the like to dislike ratio, I'll tell you what. You know, in my mind, I was like, you know what? That'll just be a funny meme. He's shirtless in this video. Oh my gosh. Bunch of dislikes. I was like, oh. If you step on something wet and dejected, that's my self-esteem. Ryan, you're getting off track. You know why these people came? Not because of me. Because of another beautiful individual. Matthew Santoro. Ladies and gentlemen, I missed his glorious bald head. Matt, if I ever meet you, I want to consensually touch your bald head. See, there's a legal words. I'm learning, folks. Gotta put them legal words in there, otherwise you're gonna get in trouble. Oh, but speaking of Matt, if you'd like to check out more of Matt's content or the original video, the link will be in the description. You know what Matt gets? He gets the Casey Neistat seal of approval. That's a good Casey Neistat right there. You know, I know here it's Casey Neistat, but to wrestling fans, this is John Cena. And deep down inside, this is a sign that I'm dead inside. Blah, blah, blah. Why don't we do a video where I just react to John Cena 24/7? Oh wait, that'd just be my past. Why am I still a wrestling fan?
I hope you're ready for some more bedtime stories, because Uncle Matt is back. Here
Uncle Matt's gone too crazy with his filters.
Creepypastas ever told.
I was not prepared for such a lunge. What we got here? I'm ready. What kind of creepy stories you gonna tell me?
Number one is suicidemouse.avi. Years ago, a bizarre cartoon
classic
of Mickey Mouse surfaced that was thought to have been lost from the 1930s.
You're wondering what it really is?
Suicidemouse.avi, the 9-minute clip
it was
shows
just
Mickey Mouse walking
Walt Disney just taking a line of crap.
With a worried
Let's make
expression on his
cartoons!
face. After fading to black, Mickey Mouse appears again, still walking, but now with a twisted grin on his face, accompanied by a woman screaming. The clip then abruptly cuts to Mickey Mouse's face with
you know he just pulled his pants down and flashed it. He's like,
which lasts for about 30 seconds.
That's
However,
a giant
what's
mouse
disturbing is
penis!
that nobody knows exactly what was shown in the original last 30 seconds of
Should
that
I
clip.
redo
But
the
it
video?
said that
No,
an
we're in
original
it to win
Disney
it, right?
employee named Leonard Maltin was so distraught upon seeing this final clip that he walked out of the room upon seeing it and
I guess I would
promptly
too.
shot himself in the head. The clip is on YouTube right now.
What?
If you're brave enough to watch it. Number two.
Pause! First off, I am brave enough to watch it. I already watched it a long time ago. Second of all, how bad could it be? Mr. Well, I want to say Peter Molyneux, but I know that's an actor that's alive. This guy, that's good old Petey. Keep up the good work, Petey. What's I talking about? Oh, I have all this shit I've seen. I've seen a lot of fricked up stuff. Did I ever walk out of the room and shoot myself? No. thought about it. That poop one was pretty bad.
Is the grifter. The grifter is a video floating around the deep web that was first mentioned
I feel like it
4chan
should be with a D.
image board. The video is said to contain brutal imagery, which has a diabolical effect on the viewer. It's said to contain experimental footage from dead or dying infants, intercut with tracking shots from an unknown location, creepy dolls, among other bizarre visuals. It's said to cause irreversible depression, which has caused some to go insane and even commit suicide. The video
I'm already insane, so you know,
one that I
ain't gonna work on me.
Number 3 is
Pause. What the hell was that kid? Did you see that kid? That wasn't a freaking scary video. That's some kid who was really shit at Halloween. Don't try to fool me, Matt. I'm on to you. By the way, ooh, dead babies. Never a good sign. Also, probably not dead babies. They're probably fine babies. You got the Ryan and the Casey Neistat seal of approval on that. Anyways, that picture reminded me of good old patty cakes. Remember this? It feels gross every time I do it. Hey, I hope you're doing good patty cakes in the afterlife. Boy, wouldn't that be a kick in the pants? I frickin' die, and I'm just sitting there, and God's just like, Ryan, good job, buddy. You made it into heaven. By the way, here's your roommate. Are you frickin' kidding me? How'd he get them hands past security? By the way, I just want to give you guys a heads up. The reason I'm pausing between each one, this is an informational video, right? I shouldn't be talking. I should hear the info, pause it, and then talk about it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. It's going to be a bitch to edit, but here we are. Anyway, also, you know what the worst part is? I'm sweating through my shirt. I really want to take it off. It's like I'm having a negative effect, like you need to, Ryan. It's a Matthew Santoro video, and he makes you hot and sweaty.
Story of Lisa. This is the story of a little girl.
Oh, frick, I know this one too.
Friend named Lisa. The little girl liked to draw and would frequently document her days in crude drawing.
I got an idea.
Over time, the girl's obsession with Lisa grew, and she even brought Lisa to school one day for show and tell. That day, her teacher, Miss Monroe, wasn't able to see Lisa and got angry. Just a few days later, Miss Monroe didn't make it to school and never came back. The days then passed, and the little girl would stay up late with Lisa, which angered her father, who later claimed that Lisa was stupid and fake. Shortly after, her father disappeared. It wasn't until later that her mother discovered a drawing of Lisa, explaining that both her teacher and her father were sleeping underneath the sandbox and would never be coming back. Each drawing
make a sandbox.
Exactly what was happening before it happened. Number 4 is the
shit. Time's up. Frick. All right, here it goes, everyone. This is like Mozart showing his favorite picture that he drew. I think that was the piano guy. Ta-da! Can't see it. Here we go. Ready? Look at that. So here's the thing. Look at that face. That's a good face right there. She said boo because she's the goats. That's Lisa. I like her hair. I like how it came out. I feel like the real Lisa would also have a duel. Here's where things get messy. See down there? Oh, well, it's very hard. It's inverted on the camera. See, it was supposed to be a stick body, right? You got the stick body. Here's the problem. My body line went all the way down. Gave her a dick. That's completely against the whole thing I was trying to work for. So I had to give her a body, but I accidentally made her fat. And I tried to fill it in to make her less fat, and now I just feel like I made her a black person. Also, here's the thing. There's the sandbox. Kids are like, hey, how's it going? I'm in that sandbox. Hey, if I become a famous YouTuber, this is my first t-shirt. Yes! First t-shirt design on the table.
Guard.
The Queen's Guard.
In 2012, a member of the Queen's Guard working at the Tower of London noticed a pale woman staring back at him while he was on duty. She seemed to follow him around for several days, constantly counting down the numbers. 10, 9, 8. A week later, the
Don't
man
make
heard
your
a knock
stupid
on his
wrestling
apartment
jokes, Ryan.
door, which woke him up at 3 a.m. Allowing his girlfriend to sleep,
I
he
would
answered
punch
the
a
door
ghost in the
himself,
face if she
only
woke me up
to
at 3 in the
find
morning.
his girlfriend standing on the other side of the door. Rushing back to his room in a terrified panic, he discovered in place of his girlfriend was the pale woman in the corner counting down. 7, 6, 5. Running out, the
I just
man
watched
then
the Royal
called
Rumble,
police,
so I
but
feel
by
like
the time they arrived,
I was the
she
same
gone,
way,
his
actually.
girlfriend right back where she started. The very next day, the woman appeared again at the man's post, again counting down 4, 3, 2. Shortly
I'm
after
excited
that
now.
night, his niece Ashley visited him. When he checked outside on his young niece, who was playing in the yard, he saw the same woman, this time bent over, gripping the girl and repeating 0, 0, 0. This time the police came and managed to arrest the woman, who had no identification and never spoke again. The nightmare finally appeared to be over. That was until the next day.
So
when
they
his
arrested
niece
a ghost?
left, and upon boarding the train, he heard her whisper to him, 10, 9, 8. Number 5 is Lavender Town Syndrome. Shortly after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan,
I don't have a
in
problem.
1996,
Sorry.
there was
I didn't
a
say
sharp
nothing.
rise in suicides in children between the ages of 7 and 12. Parents and authorities began noticing that these children had played the game and reached an area called Lavender Town. It's said that the music played in that area had such a high frequency only young children could hear it. This caused over 200 children to take their own lives by either hanging themselves or jumping from high places. Now today, of course, the music sounds completely different.
I almost
and
did too when I
played
found
at
I
a
couldn't
lower
catch the ghost.
frequency to avoid children being affected by it the same way. However, the original clip from the game
Now we
is
just
on
have
YouTube
ASMR,
right
so
now.
we don't even need it
You can
anymore.
have a listen for yourself. Number 6 is the bad
touch
dream.
him.
A man woke up at 3:23 in the morning to find his young daughter at the side of his bed, afraid, telling him, "Daddy, I had a bad dream."
She
Wanting
probably
to
peed her
console his
pants.
daughter, he
Now I gotta
asked
clean
her
it.
if she wanted to climb into bed and talk about it, but she oddly refused. Noticing his daughter's pale
That's so
form
funny.
in the darkness of the
That's so
bedroom, he
funny.
asked why. She then replied, "Because in my dream, when I told you about it, the thing wearing mommy's skin sat up." It was at that moment that the covers beside the man began to shift. Number 7 is the smiling
What?
man.
Pause! You're not gonna finish what happened? You're not gonna explain what happened? What moved out of bed? Was it the Slenderman just sitting and waiting going, oh, he's totally gonna poop his pants when he sees this?
Sometime in the early 2000s, a man moved to a new neighborhood and would often
I was
go for
born
long
then.
walks by himself to think. It was peaceful, but all of that changed on one night. One Wednesday
guy-
night while walking, he
What?
noticed the
Show him his
silhouette of a
penis.
man
It's Mickey
dancing,
Mouse.
coming straight towards him. The man
Full
was
circle.
tall and lanky, wearing what appeared to be an old suit. His eyes were open wide.
It
and
looks like it's
wild,
getting
his
there.
head tilted back slightly, looking up at the sky. But what was most disturbing about the man was his mouth, which was formed into a painfully wide, almost cartoon-like smile.
What a
Upon
freak, am I
noticing this,
right?
The smiling man suddenly crouched and began moving fast towards the man with an inhuman speed. Almost directly in front of him, the man, terrified, asked, "What do you want?" At that point, the man ran off to avoid the smiling creature. The man became petrified and could no longer go outside, deciding to end his long walks. A few nights later, when he was finally able to start actually falling asleep,
bakers,
he heard a voice from
Make
beneath
me
the
a
bed.
cake, you fat little
Smiling.
bitch.
Number 8 is the basement.
Pause. You know I have to do this. You know I have to do this. If you thought what he said was scary, I'm gonna prove you wrong in a second. Hold on. Hey everyone, subscribe to the Hobo Ryan channel. It really hurt my dick. My back is so sweaty. Hey everyone, I think we should play some Call of Duty Black Ops.
The man was trying to save up for his upcoming wedding, so he decided to move into his
That
sister's
is a
old
nightmare.
room in the basement of his deceased parents' house. After sensing an unknown presence entering his room night after night, he decided to
I
start
like to believe
closing
he just
his
goes to the
bedroom
basement,
door.
it's
This
ghosts of
continued
his
for
mom
some
and dad.
time. That was until one night when the man decided to confront his unknown fear. When he finally gazed upon the form at the foot of his bed, it was his deceased mother crouching close to the ground.
You didn't tuck
staring
yourself
at him,
in. Let me
looking
tuck you in.
up
No,
with a
I
smile.
hate when you
The
tuck
man,
me in, ma.
terrified, immediately moved out and decided to get a shotgun wedding. Days later, visibly shaken but now happy that he's finally married,
Nothing
he
but my
decided to
mom.
read the cards from his guests. Within them, he found a note
You're
from his
not so
mother
important.
which read, "I'll always be with you." That night, upon falling asleep in his new house, the last thing he saw before closing his eyes were his mother's dead, lifeless eyes staring at him from the closet of his new bedroom. Number 9 is Annie.
Wait a minute. Your mother dies, and she comes back and she says, always be by your side. And that's the scary story? Where's the scary part? That story literally could be flipped Completely 180. Your mother died, you went to the house, and your mother is a ghost. She's like, son, I missed you. I won't leave you. I'll stay by your side till the day you go. Oh yeah, by the way. Baboo.
Is typing. One night, two friends Annie and Dave were chatting online. Annie 96 suddenly sent a message to her friend McDavie that she could hear footsteps on the gravel.
I was gonna type 96.
Being alone
I'm
in the
afraid
house
what's gonna
with
do.
her parents out of town.
Oh frick! That's what it does.
With her parents out of town,
Okay.
she decided to
press the damn
investigate and
buttons right.
spotted a man on his hands and knees in her garden. She immediately messaged Davey, telling him to quit trying to scare her, as he knew
Guess
she
a
was
new
the
meaning
only
to
one that
doggy
knew she
style.
was alone.
It's
That's when
headed
Davey
take-
sent her a message saying
They
to
say it's a
hide
healthy
and
way
call
of
the
pooping,
police
folks.
immediately, along with a geolocation saying that he was at
don't
his
do it right.
house. She immediately hid in the closet and could hear a man enter her home. Annie begged Davey for help when suddenly Annie's text
Nothing more.
completely changed. She began
I would have hit her on the
messaging
bed
Davey saying
because
everything
that's
was fine,
totally
and that she
less
was happy
obvious.
and without worry or fear. Davey, terrified, asked her to send him a selfie
Davey boy?
to ensure that she was okay.
Stop.
All that Davey saw at that point was Annie 96's typing, and suddenly she went offline. Number 10 is Mariana Mordegard Glesgor.
Well, did
In
you see her
April
again?
2008,
I know
this
this
20-second long
guy!
video
Please stop,
titled
son of a bitch!
Mariana
Oh shit, they're
Mordegard
not supposed to talk
Glesgor
shit about him.
began circulating on YouTube. Interestingly, if you search for this video, you will find a 20-second video of a man
Yeah, it's on-
staring intently
it's on
at
YouTube.
you,
I think he
expressionless,
smiles
and
at
then
one
grinning
point,
for the last 2
like-
seconds. But this is only part
Oh,
of the
there he is.
actual original video.
He
The videos
sure is a
currently
spooky
on
Mexican
YouTube
man,
are
isn't he?
simply a looped
Right,
version of
why do
that
you say he's
20
Mexican?
seconds. However,
His mustache
the full
makes me
video
feel-
lasts for 2 full minutes and was removed by YouTube after 153 people who viewed the original video gouged their eyes out and committed suicide in various ways. The
Matt,
disturbing
how we
sounds
okay
in
then?
the background can still be heard and
Let's
are
show
said
'em
to
who's
include
boss. Let's stare each other in the
mind-twisting
eyes.
messages that affect people in different ways. Versions of this
Right, stop
video
looking at Matt's
are on
eyes. Look at the other
YouTube
guy's
right
eyes.
now,
Ah,
but
he's
I
a party
warn you,
pooper. Let's look
search
at him,
for
Matt.
it at your own despair. So those were the 10 freakiest creepypastas of all time.
Yeah,
part
I
3.
did
If
it!
you guys want to watch part 1 and part 2, there will be a link in the description.
Hey, funny you could say that, Matt, because so are mine. But I gotta say, that video could have been creepier. I feel like if he just said, subscribe to Hobo Ryan's channel, leave a like down below, and write a comment on what you would like me to react to. Also, I got a Twitter. Nothing more scary than that. I haven't written anything. Here I go. I'm gonna write some on Twitter right now for you guys. I'm writing on Twitter right now. Hey Ryan, you gotta end the video with something creepy. What do you got? What do you got up your sleeve, Ryan? What's in your bag of tricks? Ooh, spooky, isn't it? Ryan, gonna sit back down. Look at this. There's a ghost. There's a ghost on camera. I'm not under here. I ain't on here.